Check out this dude's armor. It's all mismatched pieces. Mando, Mando, Mando. I think those are Mandalorian boots. Mando on this side. That's a bounty hunter bicep. That might be Mando bicep. This is bounty hunter or bracer. Sorry. This is a bounty hunter bracer. And I'm not sure what kind of gloves those are. Alright, back to the grind, I guess. Driving into walls. Shoot, do I not have... Oh man, I need more food. Buff food. Stand by, everyone. Of course. This is not going to be this is not going to be any on the bazaar. I might as well just get a buff bot to do it. Because I don't know how long it's going to take me to go out and get my own. Yeah. Oh well. Is she there? I don't think this one's working. What about you? Try this one. Cool. Well, we got that sorted. Okay, good. Let's GTFO. Still working on getting rifles for. Now let's see where we are. Working on rifles 4, working on range support 3, and scout. Probably going for hunting 2. Yeah, for that to hit bonus. And then I guess we'll go up exploration. We could pick up novice medic. I don't know how important being able to heal ourselves is going to be. I haven't actually looked at a profession calculator yet to see how many skill points this build is going to take. Because I've never done creature handler, so I'm not really sure like how many skill points it leaves you with to do other stuff. Oops. Such a goofy weapon. Hey, long snoot. It's how's CH going? I'm not CH yet. Still working on scout. I have enough for hunting 2 now, though. think today's probably just going to be a chill stream day. Hey, Hercel. How's it going? What are you up to? Just grinding on Phenodin, the watermelon-loving hermit who's going to be a creature handler rifleman at some point. Die, bugs, die! Did you become an air traffic controller? I remember a while back that was your goal. I absolutely did. I've been working at my facility since about the middle of January. It's been almost 6 months, right? Yeah. Look at all these chickens. Congratulations, you like it there? Yeah, I actually really do. It's a pretty sweet job. It's fun, it's challenging. I heard it was a stressful job once, but then again, everything is automated for pilots. Obviously, I can't speak as to how it is, or how it was, you know, pre-digital era, but we still do a lot of stuff manually, like we still have to write, you know, physical flight strips out for planes, and there's still a lot of manual stuff to do. Radar has definitely come a long way. They don't use, at least our facility doesn't use those old radar screens that require you to sit in like a dark room, although we do still sit in a dark room. The radar controllers do anyway. I haven't started training on radar yet. I'm still working on the tower. So there's different positions in the facility that you can be working on, and each position talks to planes at like different stages throughout their flight. So you have like the ground controller, who's the guy that talks to them while they're taxiing from like the terminal to the runway. You have the local controller, who talks to them while they're in the immediate area around the airport, as well as like clearing planes to land or take off on the runway itself. And then you have the radar controllers that talk to the planes on like approach or departure or en route while they're actually transitioning from one airport to the next. And that's kind of the order that you learn to work them in. You do ground, then local, then radar. Generally speaking, I'm sure there might be some facilities that do it a little differently, but for us, that's how we do it, because that's again, generally speaking, the order of difficulty. So it's not very difficult to tell a plane to taxi from the terminal to the runway. And it's not very difficult to tell a plane you're clear to land. But when you have, you know, multiple planes flying in different directions, all at different altitudes, going to different airports, that can get a little stressful depending on how busy it is. So that's the position they teach you last. And I'm already certified to work the ground position by myself. I've got about 65 out of 120 hours working on the local position. And then once I get certified on local, I get a nice little pay increase, and then I have to go back to Oklahoma City and take a 5-week classroom course on radar, working the radar position. And then I come back to my facility and spend like another year and a half getting certified to work radar. So it's a long process, but it's fun, and it can be challenging. I've walked away from the position a couple times sweating because of just, I don't know, it's weird. It can be stressful, but it's also fun. I know this isn't my mission, but I want to pick a fight with these guys anyway. As long as it's always challenging. It's nice. That's all I'll say. We typically work an hour and then break for an hour. So an 8-hour day, we typically only do 4 hours of work, which is nice. Can't complain about that. I should have harvested those guys. The stress really comes from not wanting to look like an idiot, because there are a lot of rules. I mean, I can bust out my old classroom books. Like, I saved all my textbooks and stuff from Academy, and it's ridiculous how much stuff they cram at you in like 5 weeks. And you have to have so many different, you know, things memorized so that when they pop up, you don't have to be like, oh, what was that rule again? And like not, you know, be able to issue an instruction because you're too busy trying to remember what the rule is for that situation. You need to just know it. And if you don't know it, your coworkers are going to jump down your throat. So right now, that's where a lot of the stress comes from. Actually, like, doing the work itself is not very stressful, but like if something comes up and you have a question, you get that like, oh shit, I should totally know this. If I ask somebody, like, they're gonna be like, aren't you supposed to know that? But you have to, like, if you don't know it, you need to just ask, because it's better to look like an idiot and get the right answer than to do the wrong thing because you were too afraid to look like an idiot. Is this really the only dude that spawned that wave? Wow. Oh no, he was just the last one from the second wave. Ooh, humbabas. Let's kill these guys. I want to take your hunting droid. Manually harvesting looks tedious. I've never used a hunting droid. Does it actually make that much of a difference? I'm just used to manually harvesting. That's always how I've done it. Does this work? I don't even remember how mask scent works anymore. I should be alright. Yeah, these guys have a lot more health than I thought they did. Am I sure it takes like no time to trade? You don't need anything? Yeah, you know what? If you're in Coronet, I'll try it out and see how it works, just so I know how they work, because I've never used one before. Alright, don't worry about it, man. Come on, guys. Hit me. What's up, man? Muted and sitting in Physics 1C? Well, if you're muted, you can't hear me say this. I guess I gotta type. And, Hercel, yes, Jedi are in the game now. It gave us a good chunk of XP. Yep. Hercel, if you're a bounty hunter, you can hunt player Jedis now as long as they're on the terminals. That's all working. Caffeine burn. Just one lone Sharnaf out here. Yeah, you shoot that Sharnaf in the ass. Do it. Probably won't be sinking time into SWG again, so if I need second or third place prizes for any more events you throw, you have the free resource bundle and the energyless resource collector deed. Ooh, overall quality 22. That's crap. I hate these spitting guys. They're just a pain in the ass to round up. Yeah, Serena, or Serena. Is it Serena? Yeah, one N, right? Serena, should be. I know, when their hard drive took a crap, I thought we were gonna get a wipe. I too was excited. Come on, everybody come this way. Where are you going? Why are you running? What the heck? Why do heck? Oh, he's out of range of my AoE. Oh well. Alright, we qualify for everything that we were going to get. Satil Sean. Yeah, it's not exactly what she looks like, but I see what you're going for. I think we're paying for training. Unless, wait a minute. Let me just see. No, I guess I can do this. I'm gonna bring an Ultimine in and do my own training. Should you build multiple classes at once so your character is stronger? It depends on what classes you're talking about. If you mean like what classes are you trying to do? The reason that's important is because certain skill mods only apply when you have a certain weapon equipped. So overall, like stat mods, like I did a video on this, but for example, it's a good place to look. So say you're going... Okay, good. So say you're going Pistolier, which you say you are. And you're going up this pistol grips branch in the Pistolier tree. You see you get dodge. And it says, if you just read the tooltip, it says this mod increases your chance to dodge incoming attacks. That sounds great, right? What it doesn't tell you though is this only works if you have a pistol equipped. Actually, that's not even entirely true. Whatever the melee profession that gives you dodge. It's not pikeman. Is it swordsman? No, fencer, right? Yeah, so it's a pistol or a one-handed melee weapon. Those are the only weapons you can be using that will give you dodge. Smuggler, you say, that also uses pistols, right? Well, it requires you to have the Pistolier. pistol branch and marksman. Smuggler's not really a combat class. I mean, you get this feign death and dirty fighting. Well, I guess you do get some abilities. Unfair pistol shot. But to answer your question though, if like you're thinking of maybe also working up like the rifleman tree or something like that in addition to pistols, no, that won't necessarily make you stronger unless you're getting specific branches that give you like just straight up range defense. Alright, so this one gives you melee defense, melee defense, melee defense, melee defense. So technically, like, those would still help you. The block would not help you. Range defense would help you. All of the state defenses, those would help you. But obviously going up like a branch that gives you rifle speed is not going to help you if you're using a pistol. Rifles 4. Yes. Range support 3. Yes. And I guess we'll do exploration, because he doesn't have hunting. Okay. I have no idea what a Golganaw is, but we're gonna find out. Whoa, 100k from Serena? That'll come in handy. Thank you very much. Probably use that to buy a better rifle. All right, so now what are we working on? Novice Rifleman, range support 4, and I guess exploration 4. You just want to be able to handle the lizard cave and other hard spots. Yeah, you're going to want as much dodge and melee defense as you can get. And then you're also going to want to make sure that your composite armor... What the heck? Oh. For a second I thought those Durnies knocked me off my vehicle. You're going to want to make sure that your composite armor is at least 80% kinetic resistance. Which I think this is. Yeah, kinetic 80, kinetic 80, kinetic 80, kinetic 80. So it doesn't even matter what the rest of them are, because pretty much every creature in the game, and I'm sure Serena can correct me if I'm wrong, but every creature in the game hits you with kinetic damage. Now obviously if you're fighting a humanoid and they're using like weapons on you, that's going to do different types depending on what weapon it is. But like animals all do kinetic damage. Elders and imps tend to use stun batons. Yeah, but those are still humanoids. So creatures are all kinetic. Oh, here's a question for you. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this, but I figured I'll ask anyway. When it comes to grenade power-ups for the Jedi grind, even though it says the power-ups have like a use count of 100, you still only get like 5 uses out of each one, right? Because you have to drag it onto the nade, and the nade itself only has 5 uses, so those other 95 uses are lost, right? Like there's no way to split a pup. And Luna, my schedule is right now I have Sundays and Mondays off. So yeah, that's why I'm able to stream. Wait, what's warped? The audio is warped? The game audio is warping the music audio? I wonder if that's just because of my crappy upload speed. When I get certified on my next position and I get my little pay raise that I'm gonna get, I'm gonna see if I can get a better internet package because my upload speed right now is terrible. My download speed's ridiculous. Last time I tested it, it was like 190 megabyte download speed per second, but the upload's only like 5.5 to 6, and that's terrible. Do these guys spit? Yeah, it's probably got to do something with my upload speed. XSplit's also telling me that I'm dropping some frames. But it's like, I could lower my bit rate, and that would probably stop me from dropping frames and might even fix the audio issue. But then like the stream quality would go down, it probably wouldn't be as clear. Especially like if I start moving my camera, things probably get a little blurry. Anytime there's like fast movement on stream. So you're gonna have to balance your game time between this character, your force sensitive, and whichever game you end up continuing the series for. Yeah, pretty much. The way I've been doing my force sensitive characters, I usually do 1 or 2 trips to the village a night. So like I'll come home from work, I'll get on for a bit, I'll max out my combat XP, turn it in, go max out my combat XP a second time, turn it in, and maybe if like someone's streaming that I'm watching, or if I find something to keep me, you know, something I'm interested in on YouTube or something, I might even do it a third time, just because I can watch, you know, whatever on my second monitor. But that's usually what I've been doing. And I usually do the math at the end of the night, and if I remember correctly, I only need to do, I think it's like 51 more trips to the village, or 51 more, you know, XP conversions to be done. Which that sounds like a lot, 51 sounds like a lot, but when I started a couple weeks ago, it was like 79 or like 81 or somewhere around there. So when you look at it that way, and I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, give me another like 2.5 to 3 weeks and I'll be done. Now, that being said, I only have 3 branches unlocked, so I'm going to have to wait several weeks for the next phases to cycle around. Because I'm going to have to do a couple more quests to unlock the rest of the branches, but XP conversion, like speaking, I'm about a little more than a third of the way, almost halfway done. Then this character I only play on Monday when I stream, so that's not really an issue. And I only play for about 2 hours a day. I usually, when I get mind buffs when we first start, and then I know when my mind buffs are running out is about the time to stop the stream. Last night I reinstalled KOTOR 2, so we'll probably be picking that up again shortly. I started making public some Battlefront 2 videos that I had sitting on my channel that were locked because I hadn't actually finished the game yet. And I actually finished the Battlefront 2 campaign last night and recorded that and edited that and uploaded that overnight, so that's actually done. Though there are 3 DLC missions I still need to do, and I do intend on doing those. So actually, probably when I'm done streaming this today, I'm probably going to do those and just wrap up Battlefront 2 completely. That way I can uninstall it, because I don't play it anymore.
Thanks, my young friend.
Thanks for the follow, Whiskey. I don't know why didn't that show up? Oh, there. Sorry. That should have showed up on stream. I think I can repeat the, hold on, wait, there's a way to do this. I know there's a way to do this.
Thanks, my young friend.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for the follow, Whiskey. I want humbabas. By the way, not that this is like a huge deal, but to me it's pretty awesome. Twitch approved my helmet as an emote in chat. So for anyone who subscribes to me through Twitch now, you actually can use my little helmet icon as a Twitch chat emote. Which, again, to you guys might not seem like anything, but to me that's super freaking cool. Dog Meat's house. I love some of these people's names. These guys give like no XP now. We need humbabas, man. Now you know what we need? We need to go to Naboo. And we need to hunt Fombas. Fombas drop mad XP. Assuming the wipe happened at Pub 9, how long do you think it would have taken for the ring around cities like Cornet Mos Eisley to reform? Dude, that's a tough question. I've never played on a fresh server before, but I really want to. I imagine, and this is just purely a guess, but I imagine it would only take, it would take less than a week. Less than a week, and there would be a ring of player structures around major cities. Maybe not houses, but like wind generators. So we actually looked at this a long time ago. Hold on, I'll pull up the skill tree in a second. But I think in order for an artisan to make wind power generators, they only need like engineering 2 or 3. Yeah, right here. Deed for wind power generator is engineering 3 in the artisan tree. And a wind power generator has a pretty significant footprint when you go to place it. So what I imagine people will do is they will grind up to engineering 3 and artisan, just mass produce wind power generators, and then just place them where they plan on placing buildings later, just to like reserve the land. That's what I would do. Yeah, Whiskey, I read about that ban. It's... Why am I running this way? Yeah, it's a good thing they unbanned you, because that is kind of silly, but... They, a lot of the staff for the project don't have a sense of humor anymore. You gotta think about how long they've been working on this project, and they've probably heard just about everything. So their sense of humor is pretty much dried up. Obviously, I can't speak for all of them, but quite a few of them. Hey, Gospel. Am I gonna play the CU emulator when it comes up? Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. To be honest with you, I don't remember much about the CU because it was around for such a short time and I was so young. All I remember is they added combat levels, they made it to where you had to group up for just about anything. And they had colored combat icons. Yeah, see, Luna's in the same boat. Barely remember it. It was only around for like 6 or 7 months before the NGE came out. That's right, they got rid of the combat queue. So you had like an auto attack, but then you actually had to hit your specials. Or couldn't you like set one of your specials to be your auto attack? I think I remember that. I'm gonna see if I can find a really old YouTube video. It's one of the first videos I've ever favorited on YouTube. It might have been deleted by now, but let me see. Yeah, it looks like it was deleted. Oh no, it's here! Okay, we're gonna watch this, actually. We're gonna get back to town, and we're gonna take a break from grinding to watch this video. Because this video is amazing. I do remember that, the different armor types. He had assault armor, battle armor, and recon armor. I do remember that. See, actually, you know what that means? I don't think I ever played a pre-CU Jedi. I think I unlocked Jedi during the CU. Because I remember I unlocked Jedi like just a couple weeks before the NGE came out. So yeah, I was always a post-CU Jedi in live. I did not unlock Jedi pre-CU. That's actually interesting. Okay, I'm gonna store this. I'm gonna AFK. I'm gonna mute it. Going to mute this. AFK. Alright, good. We're AFK on there. Turn the music off for a second. Stop. Okay. Okay. Now, some of you may have seen this already, because this is an old video. As a matter of fact, April 3rd, 2008. This video is more than 10 years old. Okay? 10 years ago. It's called Just Another Anti-SWG NGE Video. And you can tell it's very poor quality, and the audio quality is pretty bad as well. But do they have? No, I mean this is 240p. This is as good as we can make it, and there's no subtitles. So try to listen. I don't remember exactly how bad the audio is because it's been a long time since I watched this. Gospel, thanks for the follow. But here, just so you can see his alert. Okay, now just try to listen to it. I might pause it in between and we'll talk about it. But this is at some sort of Galaxies event. I don't know what it is. Does it say in the description? No. And you can even see the comments 8, 9 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago. So, okay. Here we go. Because it's hilarious.
I played as Gobi, Master Smuggler on Wonderhome. Was going to ask a question about Smuggler revamp and all that, but we've been promised those, and it's about
I can't hear what he's saying. But as you can see, there's a panel of SWG devs, and as the PowerPoint says, it's question time. So this guy is here asking a question to the devs. All right, let's see what he has to ask.
My question Yes.
Bear with me.
Yes,
Almost 31?
yes. But my question is, why did the CU even happen? Y'all had to have implemented the NGE for a long time.
So, he said, my question is, why did the CU even happen? He says, y'all had to have been planning the NGE for a long time. Let's see what else he says.
Before it came out.
Before it came out.
Why did it suddenly, change the game twice in 6 months?
So why did you decide to change the game suddenly within 6 months? Okay?
There's no way you develop the NGE in 6 months.
There's no way you guys developed the NGE in 6 months.
Well, the real answer to that is, the real answer to that is we want to come up with...
One way. Another thing, do not use the term iconic or Star Wars.
Do not use the words iconic or Star Wars in your answer. If I find out who this guy is, I want to interview him for a video because he's awesome.
The real answer to that is, as Grant said, this is an evolving game, and we want to get it right. We want to make an incredible online Star Wars experience. And we really believe that the system that was in there, the combat system that was playing out, was more like, when I was playing it, I actually felt like I was watching two characters play, or 3 or 4, whichever. I never felt like I was in there. I never felt like I was really part of the deal. Now, you are part of what's going on, and what you do really matters in combat, especially after differentiation. So that is much more of a game mechanic that I think is not only Star Wars, but fun. I think we used to call this combat sandwich combat, where basically you press the button and you make a sandwich. That is not the kind of game that represents the goal that we have. So I understand that change is hard, and change is very hard for people to get used to a certain way. But the reality is that this particular system represents much more what somebody can actually immerse themselves in.
So, I'm sure you guys could hear what he said. Basically, he's saying that the pre-NGE combat is they call it like sandwich combat, because you hit a button and eat a sandwich. Yeah. Exactly. But not a bad answer anyways. Dervish, 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 heel states, dervish, dervish, dervish. But they didn't have to take away all of the professions and condense them down into 9 professions and make Jedi start in class to change the combat system. They could have left all of that. But anyway, the best part is still yet to come. Ready?
I understand that you did the question is, why did the CU even come out?
He said, I understand why you guys did the NGE, but my question is, why did the CU even come out?
Why the NGE had to be in development.
The NGE had to be in development.
But I'm saying NGE had to take longer than 6 months to develop, because the CU came out 6 months later with NGE. Why did the CU even come out if you were already planning on releasing the NGE? So you're telling me you developed NGE in 6 months time? What explains the bug?
That explains it all! That explains it all! Drop the mic, walk away. Drop the mic and walked away. That was it. That was all you needed. That explains it all, he says. Oh man. That's my favorite video. The dev. You didn't hear what the dev said? He says, why did the CU even come out? He goes, the NGE had to have taken longer than 6 months to develop. So if you knew the NGE was going to be coming out, why even bother with the combat upgrade? And he's like, so you're telling me they're like, well, we didn't know the NGE was going to come out. And he goes, so you're telling me you developed the NGE in 6 months? And the dev was like, yes. And he's like, that explains it all. And just drops the mic and walks off. If anybody finds the guy, I'm going to try and find him because I want to talk to him. It's so epic. All right, how much time we got left on our buffs? We can do 2 more missions. It's fine. Oh, it's so amazing. Yeah, I don't want that. What a legend. Sounds like Skirby. I don't think I've ever actually heard Skirby talk. You remember when NGE was released, you were in your first year of college and you're just wandering around Tatooine in the NGE like, WTF do I do now? Well, that was the thing, like, the NGE actually added more structure to the game. Like, you had the Legacy Quest, which was like that giant quest chain that brought you from, like, Tatooine to Talis, I think? And then Naboo? I don't remember the order. But it took you to basically like almost every planet in the game throughout the course of the quest. The NGE was basically an attempt to turn a sandbox MMO into a theme park MMO. Because if you think about it, and I know that Rage of the Wookiees and the Trials of Obi-Wan technically came out prior to the NGE, but those two expansions play out very much like a zone in World of Warcraft, where you have like a quest hub, and the quest hub will take you to other quest hubs. And why am I not attacking? Oh, I'm AFK. Derp. I remember spending a lot of time on Kashyyyk because bounty hunters couldn't track Jedi there. You think if they had done it the same way the rest of the planets were, it would have spread the player base too thin? I don't know about that. I will say though that when people like try to get me to play on like all the private servers for the emulator out there, and I go and I look at them and they're like, oh, you know, we've added 10 new planets. Come play on Drome and Kos and Tanab and Hoth and I don't know, whatever other planets they decided to add. I gotta be honest, like, that does not excite me at all. I'm like, really? Okay, so it's just another big, flat, open, expansive zone with a different texture palette. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm getting old and cynical about this game now. I don't know, maybe I will try the CU emulator when it comes out. I have zero interest to play on Legends, though, I can tell you that. No, that's not true. I have a slight interest to play on Legends, but only because they have jump to light speed. But I know we're going to get jump to light speed eventually, so that kind of squashes my interest. Oh, I know. I played the hell out of Starfighter Assault on Battlefront 2. Yeah, but how long is it going to be before the CU emulator is even, like, in a playable state? Like, I know nothing about it, so maybe it's a lot further along than I think it is, but if they're really just, you know, starting it now, it's going to be many, 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 many years before it's anywhere near what this is. Now, I know there was a CU emulator in the works years ago, but I thought it like died out. Where's this corpse? Oh. They had a major crafting bug that caused server crashes they couldn't fix for the longest time, but they managed to fix it. Dirty. alpha in about a month, maybe. Alright, we'll see. I managed to kill you and escape from Tarkov? That's really... No, it's spelled exactly the same as it is here. MOBYUS1. Wasn't me. Alright, well that's it for galaxies for now. Actually, I should probably go over to the med center and let my wounds heal up. That's funny. So you actually saw the name in game and then went to the channel after the fact to see if I played? Like you didn't even know that I played? Let's